this is Becca from Dancers by Design, and today I'll be doing my first art video. So for this video, I will be drawing a person. And for people, what you want to do is start with their face, or the size of their face. So once you have it sort of like this, you then want to start with your lines if you're a beginner. You're going to do one down the middle, one across here, and just do these lightly with the pencil. Another one close to there, one a little bit further apart from that, and one down here where the jawline is. So this line you're going to use for your eyebrows. So what I like to do for mine is just a simple curve to start with. And then around here, this is where I'm going to start the curve for my eyes, right on this line. So see how this one has a bit more of a curve than this one? That means your line isn't straight. You're just going to want to erase that and fix your line up a bit. So try that curve again. Like that. Then just going to come a little bit underneath the line. Like that. This is going to be an example of what not to do for the eye. So you're going to want to make smooth, thin lines like that, not big, rough lines. Then you're going to start with your pupil. You're going to go right about here into the center of the eye. If you're going to have an eye that's cross-eyed, you're going to put it right in the middle. But since we're not, you're going to have it in the center. So around like this. Then you're going to take one line and go up like that. And then just define your top lid a bit more so that it looks like you have an eyelid. That's all you're going to do for that for now. Now we're going to fix up this eye. In the center. That. Now you're going to use this center line here, and we're going to do the nose. So you're going to come down and then out like that. And then on this line you're just going to do a little bump like that. You can fix up your nose to fit the personality of your character. And then where these two lines meet, just beside it on the right side, you're going to do a little nostril, and then the other side. Then for this space right here, you're going to draw a little line like that. Then where it splits, you're going to draw one part of the lip, another part of the lip. And if you're doing a man, this could be his mustache. Then, about halfway through, both sides of the lip, you're going to draw a little bit of a dip, and then you're going to come around. Now I'm going to, for mine I choose I'm going to choose to fill in my lips, since it's going to be a sketch. And then you could always proportion it so it's down more, or if you are really satisfied with your face, you can just position your chin. And that's what I'm going to do. So for this, you're going to take your bottom line that you made and go up, down to the middle, and go up. And you're just going to erase your original chin. The personality for this character is going to be a little bit frightened. So once you have her eyes, her nose, and your mouth, you can start with your hair. Now, proportion of the hair is really important because people do have foreheads, so that you got to keep that in mind. So you're going to lightly go across the top of your person's head like that. Now I'm just going to curve it in a bit. And then the hair of this person is going to be straight but short. You can also do curly, and I'll have another video about that. Either Asenath or I will do it. So you're going to start with the middle, and it depends where you're going to part your hair. If you're going to part it from the middle to go like that, then you start there. If you want a side part, then you would start from here and go like that and that. That's what I'm going to do. So make a new line where you want your hair part to be. Erase this original first line and go down. That's about the length that I want my hair to be. So notice how I went in one smooth line. That's how you want your first strand of hair to be. Again, up and down. I like to have mine with a little bit of a curve. So now that you've decided where your cut's going to be, I'm just going to make a line right about there. If your person's going to have layers, then you can make several more lines down like a scale. But since mine is just going to be straight, I'm just going to do one straight line. So, now that we've done that, with your root, you're going to do a little bit darker. And you're going to stretch it out a bit on each side, remembering that curve. So where you have your curve, you sort of want to keep that in mind when you make your root. People's hair is usually darker in their root. Just like that, and then make it fade a little bit. So now you can start with more strands. I like to just remember that curve and go darker with a little bit of, press a little bit harder on the pencil, making that curve. I'm just going to do this part first, and then tilt your paper so that it's portrait, and then just start curving down about another 2/3 of the way, and just fill that in. Tilt it 180 degrees so that it is upside down but landscape, and then just continue. The reason why we turn our paper is so that it looks like nice lines. And then just remember your curve right here. So turn that back around. See how it's a nice smooth line? We're going to try and do that on the same side now. So you're just going to go about 1/3 of the way. Bottom line. Then do the same for the other side. Come out and down. You want to try and make it so that they're the same level and the same length. So another trick you can do is draw another line. But remember, with all these lines, you have to erase, so you have to do them very lightly. Now you're going to do your collarbone. Right about that. About where the line of your shoulders should be. So now, my girl is going to be wearing a fancy prom dress. So, for a prom dress, my girl is going to have big puffy shoulders. So, going to come out around like here and end about there. Come around from the neck and down the shoulders. It can do it lightly. And now you gotta connect it so it's like that. You want to try and make sure that they're the same. Erase your shoulders. And just go with my shoulder cover things. And then just come down. Like that. Now for a portrait, you would usually end about there. So I'm going to come down a bit more, and then for a prom dress you're going to make it come out like a balloon. This girl's is going to be like a different pattern. So like that. When you're shading in, it's very important that you stay the same way, not going like this and then like this, because it'll look nicer. So then, for your arms, you're gonna go from where the end of your shoulders are and come down a bit, and then about halfway in, or a little bit less than half, you're going to come down and then come in a bit. Like that. And do the same for the other side. So I'm just going to finish off her hair a bit. And then for her hair, you're not just going to end it like that. You're going to shade in a bit into her neck. So it looks like she has hair in the back of her head. Like that. And also, depending on your length, don't forget about under her arms. It's a bit like that. So now, you're going to erase your lines. Just wipe the eraser bits away. Erase the lines. And basically, that is your portrait of a girl. So just remember to erase all of your lines, proportions, and realistic things, unless you're drawing a little bit of a cartoon. So that was my that was my sketch, and I'll see you next time.